everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Nobody's talking no racism, just speaking my opinion on the sport that I love. And I got to talk about my favorite fighter, Keith Thurman. And y'all know I keep it 100. I'm not a bandwagoner. I don't jump on sides or nothing like that. I'm going to stay a Keith Thurman fan. But even though I'm a Keith Thurman fan, I do have to, go in and talk and say my thing, give my 2 cents. Now, y'all must have forgot, I have to tell y'all that Keith Thurman, was the welterweight champion that brought a lot of us back to the sport of boxing. It brought me back to the sport of boxing. The unified champion before there was Errol Spence or any other one of them. Keith Thurman did it first, beating Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. And the list goes on with his resume. Diego Corrales was my favorite fight that I saw him fight. But now Keith Thurman's said he's ready for war. He is blood in the water, as he say. He won't Spence or he won't Crawford the winner. But me personally, me being a fan of Keith Thurman, I got to keep it real and 100 in my opinion. Right now, I feel that Keith Thurman may say he's ready for a fight with Errol or Crawford, but I don't think so. I think it's a little bit more that he should do to put himself back in the limelight to go at a Crawford or the winner of Crawford or Spence. I think that Keith Thurman should go and fight Conor Benn or Jaron Ennis. I think those names right there are best suited for him right now to come back out and make his name hot again. Conor Benn is on the rise. His name is being mentioned even as a UK fighter in the US. We got Jaron Ennis. He's a top prospect. Everybody feel he deserves a shot. Me personally, I don't think so yet, but him going fighting Keith Thurman, a fighter that's not coming out there to lose or not an old washed up fighter, even though some say that my boy Keith Thurman is washed up. I personally don't agree with it. But we just gonna have to see what's going on in the future, man, with Keith Thurman. But I think the best next 2 fights for Keith Thurman should be the Conor Benn or Jaron Ennis. They got big names right now. They hot. These guys are asking to fight for the titles. Jaron Ennis, he's in a mandatory position right behind Virgil Ortiz. That will help Keith Thurman possibly get in the mandatory position for the WBO as well. I think he's number 4 for the WBC, which I didn't like what Keith Thurman had stated. After he had to fight with Barrios, they asked him which route he was going to go, and he said the WBC. To me, even though it's my favorite fighter, that seemed like a duck. You could have went and called out Terrence. Terrence didn't have a fight after that. After your fight, you could have called out Terrence, said you want to shot at his title, but for some reason, Keith Thurman said he wanted to go to WBC route. Y'all know I keep it 100. I didn't like to hear Keith Thurman say that at all. Right now, he's saying that, he wants the winner. But I think, after that fight with Barrios, he's been criticized because Tank was able to stop Barrios. But thank God for Rolly Romero putting it out there that Mario Barrios had to soak in a bathtub for 5 hours and he was weight drained. So a lot of people been disrespecting, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman couldn't get Mario Barrios out of there. Yeah, Barrios moved up to the weight class he was supposed to be at. And did you see Barrios' face the way Keith Thurman smashed and broke his nose in? But at the end of the day, he didn't stop him, and I told y'all it was something to that why Tank was able to stop Barrios, but, people consider it as hate. You can clearly see this man came over with a glancing right jab and knocked Barrios down, and it's Tank 135-pounder. So, people think, you being critical of another fighter, but you're just telling the truth. But I am a fan of Keith Thurman. That is my favorite fighter, but that's what I think, y'all. Even though he says he's ready for the big guys at 147. Hold on, let me get that right, because Keith Thurman is a big dog at 147. Even though he says he's ready to go back and become a big dog still at 147. I think he needs that energetic fight, that fight that's going to really get his blood boiling to win. And I think that's going to either be a Conor Benn or Jaron Ennis. And I'm not saying that Jaron Ennis is on Keith Thurman's level, you know what I'm saying? Because as a fan, if anybody's a fan of Keith Thurman has done a lot, to be where he's at. And it's kind of like a little bit of shade to even say that he should fight Jaron Ennis, but Jaron Ennis is a hot name that's coming up. Conor Benn is a hot name that's coming up. So why not fight them guys? Take their spot, take their fan base, the hype that's around them, put it back on your name, and then go and face the winner of Crawford or Spence. And, you know, people can't say too much because you just beat two highlighted names, or you just beat one of the highlighted fighters that everybody's talking about. So that's my opinion on it. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about it. This your boy Easy Work Boxing. Hitting you everywhere but under your feet, baby. I hope y'all having a good morning. If you want to support the channel, go to Cash App, PayPal. It's in the description. Also subscribe to the channel that's in the description. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. I'm out.